Hey, what's up YouTube? This is Lawman FJ. I'm going to take another look at the UMIDIGI Uwatch2. This is the 2019 version. Now, I recommend this watch for people who are looking for an inexpensive watch that gives you that smartwatch functionality, but for a really cheap price. And I'm going to tell you why in this video. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, now currently you can get this watch on Amazon. The watch is $29.99. Now, the price was $39, but it's $29.99 right now. When I bought it, it had a coupon. It was even cheaper. I got it for like $25. All right, so you might check that from time to time. But this is what the watch looks like right here. You guys seen this before my video. And now I'm doing this again, 1.3 inch screen, 2.5D glass, IPS color screen, full touch display. Now I'm doing this again because again, I've used this watch for a few months now, and it's really a good bargain for those who want that smartwatch feel without having to pay a lot of money. Now here's the watch. Got the little touch sensor right here. This is how you get the watch face to come on and off. But you can also do that by raising your wrist as well. If you don't have the watch face and you have your wrist up already, you can go ahead and just tap on the little sensor there, and it'll come on and off. All right. Sometimes it's all dark, so you don't know where it is. Nothing to tell you that. You just got to kind of touch the screen down there. Most of the time, it works pretty good. But the screen has 2.5D glass, 1.3 inch. It's an IPS display. This is a steel casing right here. Here are your pogo pins for the charging, 22mm band. You can remove these easily with the pop out right there. But the watch feels pretty good. It's not heavy. You sleep with this. It won't even bother you when you do it. It's pretty thin and it's comfortable to wear. So you can sleep with this watch, and it does have sleep tracking. Now, you can scroll down with touchscreen. You get to settings. You go into the settings. You got different things like your brightness, mute. You can reset the phone, turn it off, stuff like that. Let's get back to the main screen. As I said, just scroll through these. You got your messages there. That's what it's going to look like when you get a message. And your blood pressure. O2 sensor, and your training and your heart rate. And you go into these things, you can click to measure, and it's good functionality for this price. Now the watch face, this is a square area here, but you can't really see it because the watch is blacked out pretty well. So it has that round look, but it's really a square inside here. That's a good trick on their part. They did a good job with that. It's kind of, now if you go to the right, from this screen right here, you're going to get your stats for your sleep and all that stuff. If you go to the right there. That's kind of how you go to the left, it's going to go back to the home screen. So you have to get used to how the swiping works, but that's kind of what it does right there. All right, and it's pretty fluid for this type of watch right here. Okay. Now I'm going to show you the what it looks like when you make a call and get text. All right. Okay, now I got this watch paired with my iPhone, and this is the weather right here. It didn't come up earlier. Now notice when I open the DaFit app, that's the app that you use to connect with the watch. And so when I open it up, everything's kind of got back together right there. So I'm not sure what was going on there, but it works pretty well with the iPhone. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like when you make a phone call and when you receive a phone call and text messages on this watch. Now here's what it looks like when you get a text message, and you get that little light up top. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but you see the little flashing light up top right there. Then you get your text message right there. Pretty minimal. All right, now here's what it looks like when you get a phone call on the watch, and then you can't answer the phone call or anything like that. There's no actionable nothing actionable you can do with that, but you do see it, and you'll know who's calling you. Okay, now to turn the watch on and off, you go to the settings here to turn it off. So if you go to settings and you go down here to power off, you can power the watch off. It's going to ask you to say yes, and it's going to power it off. Now to power it back on, you just hold the sensor here for a few seconds and it'll power back on. So it'll power back on once you hold the sensor for a few seconds. So pretty simple. but it takes a little get used to use that sensor down there because you can't see it, so you don't know it's there all the time. All right. Now, as I mentioned, the DaFit app is the app that you use. There's a QR code you use to download it when you're using the device. So if you put it there, you can see that you have your watch faces here. Now, you only have 4 watch faces in the queue at one time, but if you discover more, you're going to get more watch faces you can load. All right. Now, whenever you add a watch face, it's going to take away one of those ones that's in the 4 that's in the queue. So it's going to replace one of those. But you got plenty of watch faces here you can use with good functionality there. And it's going to replace one of these whenever you load one. Okay. Now, you also have notifications. You can change that to decide what you want, Facebook, Twitter. You got alarms. You can do that. And you have your shutter. You can set your camera shutter up. And you have other notifications for heart rate. You can change the time format, 24 hours. You can get your weather and set all that up to Celsius or Fahrenheit, whatever. Now over here, you have your tracking stats, all right? So you can go into sleep and see what it was when you slept last night. I didn't wear it last night. But heart rate, you can get that. And then you can measure your heart rate as well. Okay, same thing with the blood pressure. You can just click the measure right there and it'll start measuring your blood pressure. And it does a decent job. Now, I'm not sure how accurate it is. I think, well, the blood pressure, that one, I'm still, the verdict is out on that, but the heart rate and the oxygen level, those are pretty consistent with what you might see as normal. And you got another screen here with your profile, goals, health, and all that stuff, all right? But you can slide between these just by hitting the icons at the bottom right there. All right, so that's the app right there that you're going to use, and it's a pretty decent app. Okay, now as I said, I wanted to provide an update review to this watch because I've used it for a few months, and it's a great watch. You're going to get days worth of battery life out of this. You're not going to have to worry about battery life at all, and the screen is decent. You know, you got good functionality. You're going to get your notifications, your sleep tracking, your stats. It's really a fitness tracker. That's what it's tailored, marketed as, right? So that's what you're going to get there mostly. But you can get phone calls too. Not a whole lot you can do with them, but it is for $29. You can't beat this. All right. So if you got a teenager or something you want to give a smartwatch to, you don't want to spend a few $100s. This is what you want to use right here. All right. And even for yourself, if you just want something that you don't want to get that smartphone experience, but you don't want to spend a lot of money because you don't wear all the time or whatever. Maybe just when you're working out, this is the deal. All right, so go ahead and use this. I recommend this watch. All right, and I'll put the link in the description for you so you can get this if you want to. Now, if you got any questions, hit me up in the comments. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below for more videos like this. This is Lawman FJ, out.